can, just along with us, you can see how many kangaroos are all over here. See? And how they stand, and a lot of inquisitiveness in their eyes. Look at their ears, like, what's going on here? Who are these people? This is so beautiful. This place is Tidbinbilla, which is a kind of a kangaroo reserve, reserve forest. Lots of kangaroos live here. Open. We just eat this grass and everything that's naturally growing all over. And look at the beauty of the sky. Wow, this is just magnificent. Wow. Just be the witness. One thing is that we see things. You probably get very absorbed with what we are seeing, the objectives. But when you grow in spirituality, you start to be more naturally drawn to the witness. It's not just about the question who is seeing all this, but apart from seeing, there is some knowing, a continual knowing. A part of us is knowing everything. That knowing is the natural awareness. And deep in the core of our being, there is that consciousness, which is the very essence of life. Anything and everything in this world is not just about the seers and sages and great rishis who saw that ultimate truth. Even the scientists, the physical scientists, they're coming very close to it, very close. And that's about the whole world that is opening up into the quantum physics. And the quantum physics is so close to all those teachings of these great sages and saints. It's not just teachings, I would say. The truths that were revealed to them. One is that you try to know the truth. As such, truth cannot be known, because truth is not objective. Truth is not objective. That means it is not something outside of us, separate from us, away from us. Truth is something that is very subjective experience. So the great rishis, what did they do through all their yogic practices of intense austerities, of being continually working on how they could get somehow established into their very plane of consciousness from where everything is emanating. So when they could do that, there was a time when they lost all their identity or the identification with their body. And that's the time when suddenly anyone who could go into that state feel a deep sense of calm, quiet, thoughtless, speechless, the state of beingness is there, simply there. And in that state, the witness consciousness takes over. It's like here the mind is no longer that functional. Here the mind is gradually drawn to its very source. Again, the consciousness. So the sadhak or the seer, sage, they deeply feel the state of mind which is not impure anymore. It's purged of all its earthly desires and earthly distractions, earthly demands, earthly attractions, compulsions, compulsive thoughts, anxieties, tensions, stresses. Nothing seems to be there in that mind. Mind that approaches its very source is the awareness, that knowingness. And that mind becomes a very pristine, luminous mind. Everything is reflected as is. It's not colored by any judgments or any preconceived notions, ideas, thoughts, philosophies, anything that has been learned and put into the brain. No. In that state, the mind is just purely like a mirror reflecting their reality. And in that state, the beauty is you are absorbed into the very reality of witnessing. That witness, that consciousness is at the substratum of all that is. And that's the reason, as I said, the truth is revealed. Truth is not known. But when it is revealed, truth is seen as mantras. That's the reason the entire Vedic tradition is a mantra tradition. So what are written in the Vedas? As such, Vedas were not written. It was never composed. It was not done by anyone who take a pen and paper and write. No. They went into a state where thoughts dropped, mind dropped, everything became absolutely luminous and full of awareness. And in that state, the mantras were seen by the rishis. And these mantras were all written in golden letters. And they got imprinted indelibly into their own consciousness. And all these mantras, whichever they learned, or rather seen, that's the reason they are called, rishis are called one who were mantra drashta. Mantra drashta. Drashta means a seer. One who could see the mantras, not know the mantras, or compose the mantras. They did not compose the mantras. It was something like a songwriting. No. The rishis saw the mantras. That's the reason they are called seers. One who could see the mantras. And what are these mantras? These mantras are the supreme knowledge of supreme reality, of ultimate truth, coded into telegraphic words. A few words that came there. And it came from where? it came from the source. It came from God. So these rishis were the mantra drashtas. They could take themselves to a state wherein God spoke to them in the form of mantras, and that is the revealed truth. Truth was revealed to them. The God revealed the whole cosmic universe, revealed the secrecy that was hidden in their deepest womb of consciousness. They were revealed to these mantra drashta rishis. This is the ancient Bharat, that's ancient India, where research was done, not with any, technical high-tech laboratories or anything. The human body, mind, intelligence and the breath. These equipments were good enough for these great rishis to realize that God has given birth to humans to explore something beyond which the plant and the animal kingdom could explore and find out. Humans are exclusive species on earth. They're gifted with that sense of awareness about the self. No other species would know it. They were given the awareness even to fathom as to why a person is born. What was before a person was born? What was the state like? And what would be the state like after a person is dead, the body falls? Is everything comes to an end with the end of the body or is so-called death? Truths were revealed to them that no, the body is composed of 5 elements of Kshiti, Tej, Maruti, Yom. Fire, air, ether, water, earth, all this material stuff. In their tanmantras, in their basic fundamental elemental state, atomic state, subatomic particle state, this is something which came into existence. With what? With the seer observing this. The whole world is an appearance in observation. Only when the observer is there, the world appeared. As much as imagine when we are in our dream state, observer is there, and what is seen is like your imaginations. You start to imagine different things and they're all appearing, disappearing, and you are just a witness. And as long as you witness, as long as you are observing those different things that are appearing, as long as the observer is there, so long they appear and disappear. But the moment the observer is not there, it all stops. So also this universe, as long as the observer is there, so long the world appears to be concrete with materialistic realities. But is the materialistic reality the reality of the observer, that witness, that consciousness? Can this materialistic world remain if this observer element or this observer consciousness is not there? If I am not there, where is the world? If I am not there, where are you? Nothing. It all starts with I amness. Through that existential being, that existential experience of mind. Yes, I exist, so everything exists. When I go into my deep state of sleep and slumber, what happens? That I goes into such a dark state of ignorance and complete darkness. Nothing seems to be there. Yes, everything is there, but it again appears only with witness. only with the observer again getting back. The moment the observer comes, then the witness comes, the consciousness comes, along with the observer, along with the witness, along with the consciousness, everything starts floating again. And the concrete world comes into existence again. But its existence is subject to the subject of this objective manifestation. That subject is the focus of a spiritual seeker. A spiritual seeker is not to be enamored by everything that is beautiful outside, because that's an objective appearance in time-space dimension. It's there, it's not there. The body is there, it's not there. Something is there, it's not there. But yes, the observer, the witness, the consciousness, it was, it is, it shall be. It's eternity, it's for posterity. So here is this essence of the Vedic teachings, which comes to us from time immemorial. And blessed are they, I would say, blessed are they who can find the right mentor, the right teacher, the right guide, who lives that particular life of deeper experiential reality, to be with the consciousness, to be with the awareness, to be more meditative, contemplative, surrendered, humbled, in love with the universe, in love with the witness, in love with the seer, in love with the seen, in love with the subjective experience and with the objective manifestations. Blessed such people who would find such mentors and guides and walk the path hand in hand. Because this is a very strange path where maybe the language that the teachers who teach in is so foreign to a person. And of course, gradually as a sincere seeker would seek and seek, a sincere seeker would search, and sincere seeker would go within and within. A day comes when suddenly he or she starts to experience deeper realities. That means the mind, as it is taken through from the materialistic plane of mind to a spiritual plane of mind, from the lower mind to the higher mind, from gross matter to energy and vibration and frequencies of higher order, mind starts to function with such clarity and luminosity that you can penetrate through laser-like into subtle realities of life. And then it appears, it's also simple. It's so simple to be happy. It's so simple to just trust in the divine providential intelligence that surpasses all this tiny intelligence of individuals with which scientific investigations are done. It's all inclusive. And thus what happens is, any individual who suddenly gets a call from the higher world, who gets a call from the inner sanctum of his or own heart to come back to its source, to come back to that reality, to come back to that pristine self. And then obviously what happens is a natural journey, a natural going back, a natural retreat. That's the reason you say you attend retreats. And what is retreat but an opportunity that's created for you in order to take a journey. Not as you do when you go for holidaying or vacations, to see things and have fun, enjoy, and then you just, after a few days, you get back tired and exhausted and whatnot. But retreat is to move from the objective world to your subjective world of pure experiential blissfulness, for which maybe you'll have to observe complete silence. If you get into a retreat, the best thing that you could do is just don't talk for a whole day, from morning till evening, 12 hours. Fast your words. And instead of talking, observe your mind and the thoughts. Observe your breaths and its movement. Observe the sensations of your body and the subtler movement of your body. And you find so much. If you don't blah blah anymore, if you don't talk anymore. Like that, if you could continue for 3 days of a retreat where you don't talk and have sattvic food that will create such sattvic vibrations in your body and mind, and you obviously are creating the ground for your body-mind to travel into space, to explore the inner space, which is pure, which is consciousness. And it's blissful, it's beautiful. So the retreat gradually brings about a transformation. With that kind of a transformed state of mind, if you can get back to your home, if you can get back to your work, if you can get back to your business, and yet maintain that resonance effect in the mind, then you will be in the path even there. And then still you can continue to really be extremely dynamic, effective, excellent in your work. Anything that you touch, anything that you do. And then finally, you are able to be like that tadpole, which is like, when a tadpole is tadpole, it can only be there in the water with a little tail on the back. But we all know that when the tadpole grows, it jumps onto the surface beyond the pond or the tank of water, and now it can hop around. Previously it could never come to the ground. Now the tadpole is not there, the frog is there. Now the frog can get into the water and swim, the frog can jump out of the water and start to walk. Exactly, that's what is going to be the state of a evolved, conscious being of light. That's exactly the state of a yogi. That's exactly the state of a saintly person. Wherever he or she is, he can stay in a palatial house or he can stay under a tree. It's one of the same. Because now no longer the mind demands. Soul fulfills every desire demand without even being asked. It's a natural process, like these beautiful kangaroos that we see here. How happy they are. They have no complaints. They're not coming to tell us, look, what's wrong, what's bad, what's not this, what is not that. They are, every day they are in this vein of, they are grazing, they have beautiful families, they bring their children and take enough care of their children, let them grow and guard them, protect them, love them, care for them. Everything so beautiful, but in its own natural flow. And humans too can reach to that state, where there are no more struggles and no more efforts. An effortless, struggleless, stressless, happy state that is natural and beautiful. And that's exactly what we are all born to be, yogis.